Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Tap, I play games. In today's video, we are doing a SmackDown Shut Your Mouth Definitive Edition Season Mode playthrough. Now, this isn't the full Definitive Edition yet. There's going to be another version of it that comes out eventually that Scott J, the man himself, is making. For example, this version has WWE logos, but when he finishes, it's going to have all WWF logos. And I think there's going to be some things changed in the game as well, you know, that he just kind of has a tweak. But for the most part, this is your definitive edition, and we're gonna do a playthrough, and it should be a good time. So here we go, season mode. So if you guys enjoy this series, the first episode of this series of the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth Definitive Edition season mode playthrough, make sure you go ahead and give the video a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new here to TapPlaysGames, and I'll appreciate it. Let's get into it. So new season. Okay, so here's our full roster in this game. You got X-Pac, which I believe is added, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. No, he's not added. I think he's in this game. William Regal, Undertaker, Triple H, Taz, Jerry, Steve Austin, Spike Dudley, he's added to this one. Sean Stasiak, Shane McMahon, he's been added. Scott Tuhati, Scott Hall, the bad guy. The Rock, Rob Van Dam, Rikishi, Rico, Rhino, Raven, Maven, Matt Hardy, Mark Henry, Lance Storm, Kurt Angle, Kevin Nash. I believe Kevin Nash was added into this game. I don't think he's actually in it. Kane, Jeff Hardy, the Hurricane, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Hardcore Holly, Goldust, Farouk, Edge, Eddie Guerrero, Devon, DDP, Chuck, Christian, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Bubba Ray Dudley, Brock Lesnar, Bradshaw, Booker T, Billy Kidman, Billy, the Big Valboski, Big Show, Albert, Al Snow. Whew, that was a mouthful. I think Al Snow's added too in this game. But we're going to play as none other than El Jefe, the bad guy, Chico, Reza Ramon, Scott Hall. We're going to play as Scott Hall in this season mode because he's the man. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Without further ado, let's get into it. I don't think, from what I saw, his attires are the same unless the game's like glitched out or something. Like, it won't give me different attires. Like when I go to, you know, select attire. I've done multiple singles matches where I literally just did it for the attire and it seems like it's the same attire. So I don't know what the deal is with that. We're just going to choose attire A and let's get into it. So it is draft time. If you guys never played this game before, it starts out with you drafting your rosters, and I'm going to be... Oh, here we go. Good evening. Tonight we will witness the first ever World Wrestling Entertainment Draft.
This is exciting.
Vince McMahon will represent SmackDown, and Ric Flair will represent Raw.
Tonight, the choices by Mr. McMahon and Mr. Flair will change the superstar's life from now on.
It's funny hearing the game with commentary because SmackDown Here Comes the Pain had no commentary. Both Mr. Flair and Mr. McMahon will take turns picking superstars for their respective brand. The entire roster will be available for selection during the draft. In the interest of time, only 20 picks will actually be made live tonight. A lottery will be held immediately after Raw to determine the placement of the rest of the roster. If you'd like to skip the initial draft, press circle button, blah blah blah. The Undisputed Champion is not eligible to be drafted due to contractual clause. Stone Cold Steve Austin is not eligible to be drafted either. So that means The Undertaker and Stone Cold, neither of them can be drafted in this draft. Some superstars don't take part in the draft because of injury. Thank you for your attention this evening. And the best of luck to all WWE superstars. So we're going to select SmackDown because in my SmackDown Here Comes the Pain playthrough we did Raw. So I'm going to be on SmackDown this time around. Are you sure? Yes, I am. So, I have the first pick. Should I pick myself? Not quite sure. I think I can get away with not picking myself. But it just depends on... It would really suck if, like, Ric Flair picked The Rock, you know? Because I kind of want The Rock on SmackDown. So, I think I'm going to pick The Rock first, and hopefully Ric Flair doesn't pick me. I think is how we're going to do it. We'll see what happens.
Who's going to be the first pick in this historic moment?
The Rock. Okay, so The Rock is going to SmackDown. Hopefully Ric Flair doesn't pick me because I want to be on SmackDown. That's kind of the whole point of this. Who's he going to pick? Brock Lesnar. Okay, whew, we're good. So he picked Brock. So we're gonna have. I'm gonna pick myself next now. Now it doesn't look like you can pick Hogan or Kevin Nash. So I think they'll just be like you just be playing against them whenever. Like they're not gonna be draftable for whatever reason. That's just how it is. So kind of weird because Triple H isn't here either. But I think, well, my point is, what I'm planning on trying to do is to try to, at some point, if there is a season, or if there's a story mode where you can make a stable, I'm gonna try to make the NWO. I'm gonna try to get Hogan and Nash to be with me, Scott Hall. I'm gonna try to do a actual NWO type thing in this game, but we'll see if that's possible and if I'm even able to pick those guys when that time comes. But for now, the second pick is gonna be the bad guy, El Jefe, Reza Ramon. Scott Hall, there we go. My boy, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Scott Hall was just a beast. Ric Flair's next. Let's see who he picks. Rob Van Dam. So he's got the IC title locked up then. Okay. I'm not too concerned about the mid-card championships yet. I think I'm going to pick Kurt Angle. I feel like Kurt Angle's the best choice here to have like a stacked roster, you know? Choose Kurt Angle. All right. Who's Ric Flair gonna pick? Ric Flair picks Chris Jericho. Okay. Wow, so Ric Flair picks Jericho. All right. I feel like if he's gonna take Jericho, I might take Benoit. I feel like the two best wrestlers left right now are Benoit and Kane. I'm taking Benoit if he's taking Jericho. For Raw to truly be Raw, I have to pick this superstar next. I hope it's not going to be Kane. Please don't be Kane. Booker T, okay. We're taking Kane next.
Now it's Mr. McMahon's turn again. I can't wait.
Okay, now I think after this, I'm going to start writing about... I'm going to see if I can draft William Regal, and after William Regal, maybe I'll try to get Bradshaw so I can get the European Championship and the Hardcore Championship both locked up. I think the European Championship is such a sick title. I love that title, and I feel like... I don't know. I feel like that's definitely a title I want on my show.
Check this out.
Sorry for the yawns, guys. It's tired. It's almost my bedtime. Ric Flair. Who's he about to pick? Lance Storm. Okay, that's a weird pick. I feel like... Oh. Well, there you go. Tag Team Champions. That's why. So Lance Storm goes, and Christian goes with him to Raw as Tag Champs. So that means it's definitely time for me to pick a title here, because he's got Intercontinental and Tag Championship. So we're gonna go. You can either pick the Hurricane and have cruiserweights. I'm gonna pick William Regal though. Get that European Championship locked up. It'd actually be kind of fun to compete for the European Championship before we compete for the WWF Championship. By the way, I forgot to mention, in the Scott J Definitive Edition, which links will be all in the description for how to play this.
Look at this, Jay.
I was just trying to explain something and I messed up, so it cut forward a little bit probably. Ric Flair took Edge. But I forgot to mention that in this Definitive Edition, you can choose if you want the Undisputed Championship, which is the one that automatically comes in this game, like the Brock Lesnar WWE Championship. Do you want the Stone Cold WWF Championship, or do you want the Triple H WCW World Heavyweight Championship? And I actually picked the WWF Championship. So in this playthrough, it's going to be like the old school, 1999 WWF Championship, not the Undisputed Championship or the WCW title. But you can choose one of the three. You can just say I want the WWF Championship version, which is pretty sick. That because originally all these championships are supposed to be in the game, but then they cut them out for the Undisputed Championship once that one came out. So here we go. William Regal is who I took last. And maybe I'll take Bradshaw next, I think. Get that Hardcore Championship locked up as well. I kind of have a roadmap. I think I know what I want to do with the rest of the draft. But we'll see who his next pick is. I'll put it to you like this. I either want to take Big Show or Rikishi next, and then after that I want the Hardy Boys. That's my last 3 picks. But we're going to see. There's not that many good wrestlers left, so I feel like he may take Rikishi or the Big Show. Big Show, okay, so I'm going to get Rikishi then. Alright, I'll take Rikishi and then the Hardy Boys. As long as they're available, and that'll be it for me. Let's take Rikishi over on SmackDown. I like it. Come on, Vince McMahon, about to make me yawn again. Rikishi, alright. So I got Rikishi locked up. And then hopefully he doesn't go after the Hardy Boys. I don't think he will. I'd like to introduce my next pick. His name is Test. Okay, so I should get Jeff and then Matt after, and I should be good. Jeff's more important though, because he's Jeff Hardy. Ooh, Eddie Guerrero though, that's really tempting. But I would hate to break up the Hardy Boys, So I'm gonna go Jeff and then Matt. Kind of tempted just to choose Jeff and then choose Eddie Guerrero, but man, I can't do that to the Hardy Boys. I feel like he might take Eddie here. Come on, I wish it didn't take so long. I wish you could just like skip them talking, going on and on about who they're picking. Ladies and gentlemen, the Raw brand is proud to announce its next draft pick. Bubba Ray Dudley? Huh? Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Ric Flair. Alright. So, I feel like Ric Flair would be a real jerk if he didn't take Devon right after. Oh boy, I want Eddie though. Man. Well, I made a promise. I'm taking the Hardys. Jeff and Matt. Matt Hardy, okay. So we'll see. Is he going to take Bubba Ray next? Or is he going to take, like, some random guy? Some guy that's not... Or, I mean, is he going to take Devon next to be with Bubba Ray? Rhino, okay. Bubba Ray is a single superstar and Rhino is a single superstar. That's more like a hardcore division, but I got the hardcore championship, not him. Okay, so there's the final draft there. Each 10 for both of us. Now it's time to see what happens the first week of SmackDown.